Good morning, everybody. Welcome to PNW Today. It's great to have you joining us this morning. I'm guest hosting today. I'm John Swartz. I'm the Dean of University College and the Honors College at Purdue Northwest. On our PNW Today program, the focus today is on the Honors College, my favorite topic. The college at Purdue Northwest that's home to the university's best and brightest students, of whom we have a few here with us today, and also the most engaged and active students, I bet, on campus. There's a lot going on in the Honors College, and we've got some fantastic guests to talk about that today. Before we do, however, as we always do on PNW Today, we've got a few announcements of things going on around campus. PNW application for fall 2024 is now open. Hard to believe, but we're already thinking and recruiting and accepting students for fall 2024. So now's the perfect time to apply to Purdue Northwest. PNW's application for fall 2024 is now open, and the usual $25 application fee for undergraduate students will be waived through the end of the month. So a good week and a half to get your application in free of charge. So take your next step to success and apply today. For more information or to apply, go to pnw.edu/admissions. This is also Hispanic Heritage Month. Celebrate with us this month. Last week was the beginning of PNW's annual Hispanic Heritage Month celebration. A whole slate of various events will be taking place, and some of them have already taken place at the university, including dance nights. Not sure I'm going to any dance nights. There's dance lessons I hear too. That's what I really need before doing the dance nights. A concert, an immigration conference, and the annual Hispanic Heritage Festival. For more info on that and to register for events, go to pnw.edu/HHM, Hispanic Heritage Month, HHM. And then on the sports side, come out and support the Pride. The PNW women's soccer team will host Grand Valley State at noon on Friday, tomorrow, followed by the men's soccer team taking on Northern Michigan at 3 p.m. Games are held at Dowling Park here in Hammond. You can also catch the volleyball team as it takes on Northern Michigan at 7 p.m. tomorrow, September 22nd, and Michigan Tech at 2 p.m. on Saturday. Those volleyball games are played in the Fitness and Recreation Center here on the Hammond campus. So you can always visit pnwathletics.com for more information. So that wasn't too many announcements. Sometimes we have a ton of them. But those are important ones. Hispanic Heritage Month, sports, and be sure to apply for PNW next fall. So now on to my favorite topic at Purdue Northwest, our Honors College. With me are three people who love honors and I know are chomping at the bit to talk about it. They rolled out of bed at 5 a.m., couldn't get here quickly enough to talk about it. Right, Hannah?
Yeah, totally.
And we might get into that later. Fortunately, she made it on time. With us, we have Debbie Bachman. We'll just go this way. We have Debbie Bachman, who's our Administrator of Honors, Student Leadership and Programming, which is another way of saying that Debbie is the super glue that holds us all together and really makes the Honors College happen, and I say that in all seriousness. Next to Debbie is Maya Bell. Maya is a fourth-year Human Development and Family Studies major and Political Science double major. She's also the president of our Honors Student Advisory Board, which is our student leadership structure. And Hannah Ingram, who's a second-year nursing major. So welcome to all three of you.
Thank you.
I'm going to kick it off with Debbie. And you get the easy one or the hard one, depending on your perspective.
Okay.
So what is the Honors College? It's been, I think, a year almost maybe since we've been on the radio last to talk about the Honors College. I can't remember the last time we were on. It was last academic year sometime. So give everyone out there a refresher on who we are, what we do, how big we are, just
the whole thing.
The whole thing, an encyclopedia of the Honors College.
All right. So we are one of the colleges at the university, the best college. I'm just going to put that out there. We currently have 685 students. We've grown immensely over the years. I've been in the Honors College. This will be my fifth year, coming up to my fifth year. Just to kind of put things in perspective, when I started, we had 165 students. So when I say we have grown, we have grown. We have a great community of students, and I'm going to kind of give you the sentence. That in one sentence, I asked, "What is the Honors College?" And they came up with a community of student leaders that want to give back to where they came from. And I really liked that. I thought that really summed things up. And with that, I'm going to tell you a little bit about some things that they do. So I've heard before that we're a little bit academic and we're a little bit student affairs type because we do a lot of student events. Hannah is in charge of our events committee, and she can talk about some of those events. But if you saw my calendar that's in my office, you will see there is not an empty day on the calendar. We are always doing something. That is something, that is something that happens because of all these students that want to be leaders and they want to be doing all the time. So they do keep me busy. We have an admissions to the Honors College, so not every student can be in the Honors College, but a lot of them can. If you come in with a 3.2 GPA, you are asked to join the Honors College. So you do have to do something on your side, filling out an application saying that that is where you want to be. We're a very diverse college. We are the most diverse honors college in the state of Indiana and probably beyond. We have just in this incoming freshman class, we brought in 200 and I think it's 93 students. And out of those 293 students, we have 192 of them that are first generation college students. That's huge. That's a huge number. So we try to make sure that we have resources in place to help these students so that they can succeed. I was a first generation college student. I was a first generation college student, and with that comes a lot of questions, and you need a lot of support. And I feel like we add to the support that students get at the university by offering study nights and tutoring and things that can help these students succeed. They also get an extra academic advisor, our Allison Vickers, who does an excellent job. So students in the Honors College have these two advisors that are making sure academically that they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. Every student in the Honors College has to complete 20 community service hours. So we are out about in the community and doing amazing things, which I'm not going to take that away from our students here to talk about. But yeah, I think to sum it up, we're just a great community, and we really we stand out, I think. So I'm going to leave it at that.
And one of the ways that I like to describe what we do too, and everyone gets tired of hearing me say this. In fact, we put it on a lot of our merchandise, all of our swag. Learn, serve, and lead. And the reason I like our motto of learn, serve, and lead is because it's 3 short words, and I can remember it. If it goes beyond that, these guys can tell you you're skating on thin ice with me. But learn, serve, and lead. Learn is the academic piece. We're an institution of higher education. That's what we're here for ultimately. That's our main goal and our main purpose. The Honors College is here with the highest performing students academically, and we've got all kinds of programs and initiatives in place to help them do that, to help them pursue academic enrichment at all levels, especially undergraduate student research. We've got lots of examples of students who are doing undergraduate research all the time, getting published in undergraduate student research journals, going to conferences and presenting, and really preparing those students, especially the ones that are planning to go to graduate school, for what they're going to encounter there. When I was an undergraduate, I didn't do any of that or have any of that opportunity. Now I look back on it and I'm thinking, wow, if a student today gets involved, the head start that they get in terms of their future plans, especially if they're planning to go to graduate school, if they can get some of that research experience in at the undergraduate level and build those relationships with their professors and kind of get used to how the whole system of academic research and conferences and publications and all that works, they just got a whole leg up, I think, on everyone else who didn't have that experience. So we have Learn. serve. Debbie mentioned it. These students, and I'll just say this, these students have a heart and a commitment to service that is really unbelievable. And it sounds, maybe a little bit of a old guy cliche, but really, if you ever get, I would say this to all the listeners and viewers out there, if you ever get kind of cynical about the way the world's going, and you sometimes wonder, how, where we're going to be 20 years from now. And I'm getting to be an old guy, so sometimes I think that way too. There's just so many problems in society, and where are we going, and how are things going to work out? All you got to do is come to the Honors College and interact with our students for about 5 minutes, and your hope in humanity will be restored, because their commitment to service, their commitment to the community, to lifting up the community, to giving back. And that was a wonderful quote. That was the first time I heard that quote, Debbie, about giving back to the community of which we're part. This is what our students are all about. So service. And then, of course, all of that involves leadership, developing leaders for the future. And these are our leaders of the future, sitting right here, and all the other 683 of them in the Honors College are all our future leaders. So that's kind of our mission statement in 3 words: learn, serve, and lead. All right. Go
Can
ahead,
I
Debbie.
piggyback on you
sure.
a little bit? So I know that Dean Swartz talked about conferences, and so in November we're taking a group of students to the National Collegiate Honors Conference. So we're really excited about that. That's the first weekend in November, and we're really excited that in April we will be hosting the Mid-East Honors College here at Purdue Northwest. So we'll be bringing 6 states of different universities together, and they will be here for the whole weekend. They'll be staying in the hotels right over by the where Byway Brewing is, and B-Dubs. So they'll be in a great space over there, and we're just really excited that we were chosen to host that. So those are just some conferences some examples of what they're going to get to be a part of.
So Maya and Hannah,
Yes. Yeah.
tell us first of all about yourself, what you're studying, how you came to PNW, why you're in the Honors College, what you're involved in. Just start off and give us kind of a brief introduction to Maya and to Hannah.
All right. So I started at Purdue Northwest when I was 17 years old. I had graduated college early, and I started in 2020. So I got to start in the midst of the pandemic. I was talking about this yesterday with Debbie and Dean Swartz and some of our Honors Advisory Board members, but through the pandemic, I remember feeling very disconnected from my academics and school because we weren't in person, but I always remember getting emails from the Honors College, and I always remember that at least I'm involved in the Honors College. I have the Honors College if I want to go do something, if I want to meet people, if I want to be involved. So that was a really big step for me in, I think, getting involved on campus and just understanding that there are resources and there's groups available to me. Even in a time where we couldn't see each other, they were going out of their way to communicate with students and let them know they were there and be a support, so that meant a lot. My second year at PNW, I got to serve as community service chair for the Honors College. I think that really got a lot of my passions in view for me, and it really helped me figure out that in the Honors College, I have a big heart for community service. In my time in the Honors College, we've gotten to do a wall build with Habitat for Humanity. We've gotten to support the Food Bank of Northwest Indiana. We've gotten to volunteer at the Challenger Learning Center. So just numerous places that mean so much to my heart and really show me what I want to do in the future. And now in my last year and this year, I get to serve as the president, and I get to help other students also take advantage of the opportunities that I've had. I get to lead them in being leaders to other students. I get to watch all the community service, the events, the philanthropy happening. So the Honors College has definitely made me a more professional student. It's made me a more goal-driven student. And it's made me a caring and empathetic student to the community and other students. So I'll let Hannah take it away for a bit. But that's my soapbox speech about the Honors College.
Well, I graduated high school in 2022, and I already knew that I was going to go to PNW. It was kind of a given from when I went to one of the orientations and tours that they were giving for high school students. And I didn't really think about joining the honors college until I met Maya. Maya and I were roommates last year, and she was like, "You should really join this honors college. It's great, la la la." And so I was like, "Okay." And so I accepted the invitation, and I decided to get involved in it and not just be like just part of it. I just decided to be active in it and everything, and it really has become like a second home almost, like a sense of a family. And this year I have the amazing opportunity to be the events chair. So I run all the events, and that's kind of our goal for this year is to become a safe space for students through these events. So like study night, we're going to start having tutors at those that are honors kids and everything. So that way if anyone needs help with any of their classes, we can help them out. And then we're doing Zen in the Dens again. So we're going to be doing a lot of events that are more bringing kids peace and calming and a stress reliever, because college is stressful. You know, going through school is stressful. No matter what major you are, there's always obstacles that are going to stress you out. And it's really difficult, especially since you said there's at least 100 of us that are first generation students, and going through a change like that as a first gen is really difficult. So we're trying to become a safe space so that way students can come to us and we could give them the resources they need to succeed, just like they're helping us in our community succeed through their volunteering and everything like that.
Can you both talk a little bit for just a second about the importance of being engaged, being involved on campus? Because one of the things we know from the kind of academic literature is that the one thing that enables students really to succeed in the university, to persist to graduation, is being involved in the classroom, being connected with their professors, doing the research that we talked about, being involved in community service and leadership. We know that from kind of an academic point of view, but from your own personal view, from your own personal experience, how did your experience, you've kind of hinted at this already, how did your experience change once you got involved, once you felt that sense of, I belong here at PNW, this is my place?
So I think on my end, meeting the honors leadership in the office and the other student leaders in the honors college was what really made me feel a sense of inclusion at college. When I was in high school, I was not an involved student very much, to be honest with you, because I didn't feel a connection or a pull to be involved. I also found that now that I am involved more at school, I'm also more invested in my academics. I'm more invested in my career. I'm more invested in developing myself and growing as an individual. And I really think that applies to meeting Debbie, meeting Dean Swartz, and having these people really lift me up as a person, show me what I'm capable of, and not have me underestimate myself. And then I watch them motivate other people and other students, and they serve as amazing role models as to what I want to look like as a professional. Aside from that, I was kind of talking yesterday with one of our honors alumni, and he just all the older honor students, I think back to following them around and them being in higher positions than me, and just I learned everything from them. Like anytime I didn't know how to like put my business clothes together, or I didn't know how to like say something or plan for something, they were just always there to, and they never made me feel bad about it. They were just always there to uplift me and teach me and better me. And I think having that community is something that kept me in college. It's something that made me pick a double major. It's something that made me want to work in the community and be involved on a board, because I wanted to stand out and I wanted to be unique and I wanted to be involved. And that's not a drive I think I would have found if I didn't have my honors community.
See, I was the opposite. I was very involved in high school. I went to multiple high schools, so my goal was to make sure that I was involved in both of the high schools I went to. And so when I went to college, I told myself this was my, chill time, focus on my studies, everything like that, and then I just couldn't do it. And I decided to choose to get involved, and I'm really glad that I did that because it's given me amazing opportunities. Meeting like you, Dr. Swartz, or Debbie, and everyone like that. Like meeting Debbie, I got my internship out of it, and that was the best experience ever, becoming the beekeeper for the university.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, let's dive deeper into Purdue bees and on the topic of honors. Let me get comfortable. Go ahead.
We may need an extra 30 or 40 minutes.
Yeah, really.
Start talking about bees. She finds it to be a very sweet topic.
Nice joke. I like that.
So give us the buzz on.
Oh my goodness.
The dad jokes keep rolling. So Debbie's husband, John, is our senior grounds, and he's also our beekeeper for the university. And because of me being so involved with the Honors College and me having a passion for the environment and everything like that, John asked me at our Arbor Day volunteer event, we were planting trees, if I would like to become a beekeeper for the university as an internship twice a week, 5 hours a day. And I already had a pretty busy schedule during the summer, and I dialed back on every other activity, and I said, put me on that list because I'll be there. And it was an amazing experience. Anytime I'm stressed out with school or anything like that, I want to go back to my bees. I want to just be at the hives, hear them buzzing and everything like that.
So it's true. I've heard and read that bees have the most calming effect on people.
Yes.
I mean, if you're stressed,
you have to be calm with them. They read your emotions. So if you're like scared, they could pick up on that, and then they become defensive because they're like, oh, so you're scared of me, so I can kind of push you away and you could leave me alone. But if you are calm with them, you move slowly and everything like that, they won't see you as a threat and they won't see you as prey. Wow. So they see you as a friend. So you have to, it changes you. It really does. And then the sound of the vibrations from them buzzing and everything like that, it's like white noise. It calms you down. It's really nice.
It's cool.
I will piggyback off Hannah really quick and say that our PNW honors students actually bottle the honey that comes through. So this is a whole PNW honors operation.
Yes.
Because we bottle the honey that comes from the bees. And I remember John, Debbie's husband, asking, hey, can you get some volunteers together to bottle honey? And I said, what do you mean? I don't know what the process of that looks like. And I learned so much in that 3-hour span about honey and bees and bottling it. And so did like 10 other honors students. And they felt so fulfilled to look at the little honey jars after and be like, oh, yeah, I did that. And to see them all around the community. So I think it is so cool that the Honors College played such a vital role in making PNW honey.
Honors also was a big reason for it starting up. They painted and decorated all of our hives. So we always made sure that the honors ones were the ones that were shown the most. Because we have honors, we have our Student Government Association help paint those, some other volunteers and everything like that. And every time he's like, put that Honors College topper on. He's like, we have to represent. And I was like, yes, John.
I think the hives that have Honors College on them actually produce more honey than the others, but I could be wrong about that.
That's what
You know what? Legitimately, you're not wrong.
Oh, wow. I just made that up. But that's pretty good.
No, legitimately, now that I think about it, you're not wrong. Those are our stronger hives. So,
Debbie, as you look back, because you've had, as you mentioned, you've been at PNW for a number of years in different roles in the Honors College for the past 5 years. Kind of how have you seen the institution change, and especially how do you see the role of the Honors College in providing that student experience that we're so focused in on at PNW?
So I definitely think that, so I have been here for a minute. I've been here for 21 years. I have to put that out there. For the first 16 years that I have been on, that I worked on campus, I was over orientation, new student orientation, at times student activities, student government. So I have seen this group of students. I've always had amazing students, so don't want to, not say that I have. However,
be careful, our alums are listening too.
I know. However, in this group, I have a huge amount of students that have this passion that you just can't even explain. And like Dean Swartz said, it's so refreshing to see these students step into these roles of giving back, of, doing a philanthropy event every year, seeing their passion. I mean, we connect them, but they take over. I mean, after that, for Maya, for instance, I connected her to the Challenger Center. Now she's working there. Hannah volunteers there. They take it and run with it. So this, just watching these students evolve, and be involved is so rewarding, refreshing. I see it more and more every day. Every year, I wonder, what is this group of students going to be like? Are we going to be able to get them engaged? It's always your worry. All summer long, you're thinking about that. And then we get this wonderful group of students that are inspired by the students that are already in the Honors College. So definitely have been connected more to a larger group of students that want to be leaders.
I think that's a great way of putting it. They're inspired and inspiring. I mean, they really are.
Yep.
In the remaining time that we have left, you mentioned events.
Yes.
We've got so many events, we would need another hour to talk about all of the events, but what would you all highlight as the big things coming up that are kind of signature events for the Honors College and that are important to you?
Our trunk of meat.
I am so excited for the trunk of meat. That's the first thing that popped in my head. So this year we're really reamping this
Yep.
trunk and meet, making a big event, trying to get people to bring their cars, trying to get people to dress up and get everyone in the Halloween spirit. I'm very excited for that event coming up.
Yep.
We also have some more of the cultural dance nights coming up. I saw videos of people really they were moving around. They were looking good the other day. So I can't wait to see the different forms of dancing going forward.
And that is open up to the public. So it's every Tuesday. So it's the next 2 Tuesdays. It begins at 5:00 in our alumni hall. That's a little plug to come learn some salsa. That's what's coming up this Tuesday. Last Tuesday, it was crazy. We had so many people show up, so it was really nice.
It was fun,
Yeah.
and there's an instructor, so
Yeah,
newbies, experienced, intermediate level. Everybody's welcome to come and enjoy dancing and just connect with Hispanic culture. It's going to be super fun. Hannah also has some pretty cool events coming up next week too.
Yes, so we have Zen in the Den. That's going to be an event that's going to be for both Hammond and Westville students. Westville students, we do have a study night tonight. I will be there, and I will be bringing goodies. So please come, because I don't want to take those goodies home. I will eat all of them. But yeah, so we're doing chill pill jars. We're going to try to make little motivational notes that are going to roll up, and it kind of looks like a little pill capsule. And you're going to put them in a jar, and we're going to make a big one for the Honors College as well. So that way anyone who comes to the den needs a little pick-me-up. They go read out the motivational quote to themselves, everything like that. We are having a murder mystery night coming up, which is going to be fun. It's 70s themed this year, so that's going to be fun. Disco.
Get out your bell bottoms
I was-
and
Dr.
high
Schwartz.
eyes. All
Yeah,
right.
I better see you in those bell bottoms
Well,
out there,
it was a
Dr.
little
Schwartz.
before
Those
my
roller
time,
skates.
believe it or not. But
But our main one is the Trunk of Meat. Our Luau, which was our Welcome Home Festival, was such a huge success. It was our biggest event of the year so far, even though it's only the beginning of the year. And we want the same reaction with our Trunk of Meat. We want it to be big. We're wanting it to be like a halfway through the semester big event for the students to keep them motivated for not only honors but just for college, because it's once you get that halfway point, midterms come, you're just kind of done already and you just kind of want to go home. And yeah, so we're very excited for all of those to come. A lot of Halloween themed things in the next month.
and then
I
the big
do
one. Go
really
ahead.
quick
Yeah,
want to
yeah, yeah.
plug in community service just a little
Yes.
bit.
Yep,
It's got my heart. I got to talk about it. So we do have our custodian appreciation coming up and our cafe staff appreciation. The custodian appreciation is something that our new community service team brought this year. And we're making baskets, cards, gifts just to show the custodian staff that we appreciate them and everything they do for us, because these roles at university can sometimes go under-recognized or not recognized at all. And as the Honors College, we love to give back, so we got to give back to that direct plug right there. Cafe staff appreciation is something I got to start when I was community service chair, so I'm really happy to see it continue to go on. I love going down to the cafeteria when we bring them their presents and the signs and just seeing how excited and happy they are to kind of feel that appreciation, because they literally feed me lunch every day. So I think I can go down there and give them some goodies for sure. We have a Westville beach cleanup scheduled on this Saturday coming up, so we're going to have students, our community service chair, set up with the Porter Beach, to go out and clean up and pick up trash and make our environment even cleaner. And then we have tons of stuff. We're always volunteering at the mobile markets at the Food Bank of Northwest Indiana. We also have volunteer opportunities at the Challenger Learning Center. And just keep your eyes open on that Bright Space page. We have new community service opportunities that come about every day, but we love to be involved in the community, so got to keep it up.
And let me make one more plug. Debbie, you can actually take this away if you would, and give a plug for the 5K walk in the spring. This is a
Yes.
signature event that Debbie conceived and got off the ground and has been a tremendous success. We've benefited Habitat for Humanity, the Food Bank of Northwest Indiana. Tell us about 2024 5K Walk. It's
Yes.
a little early to talk about it. It's not until April, but let's put it on the calendar now. Everyone's welcome to attend and encouraged to attend.
So our 5K started during the pandemic because we were trying to think how could we give back to the community and not be indoors. So we came up with a 5K walk. We knew some of our students at that time were struggling, so our first 5K walk benefited our Dean of Students Emergency Student Fund. So in case students needed laptops, they needed anything that would help them be successful as a student studying from home. It grew. Like Dean Swartz said, we've benefited other organizations. This year, we're very excited that it is April 4th, and it is benefiting Fairhaven, which is located in Highland. It is a rape crisis center. We're very excited to be partnering up with our friend Shauna and Fairhaven. So put that on your calendars for the 4th. I have one other plug. So we have the great opportunity of volunteering at County Line Orchard. So we did that this past Sunday. Unfortunately, it did rain, but we made the best of it while we were there. But we're really excited for October 7th and 8th. If you come out to County Line Orchard and you want to round up your sale, all that money will benefit the Honors College, and we're really trying to build up some scholarship funds, so we would appreciate any support that you could give us. We are very excited when we're out there, and in October, people will be wanting pumpkins and all kinds of things. So please come out and visit us on October 7th and 8th. We are there from 10 a.m. till 6 p.m.
There you go. So round up your purchase and benefit the Honors College and future scholarships. Well, we're about out of time for today. I want to thank Hannah and Maya and Debbie. This has been a great conversation. I think listeners and viewers have gotten a great idea of what we're up to. This is only a small slice, of course, of what we're up to. Like Debbie said, if you saw the calendar, you'd be just as exhausted as I am looking at it. So thanks for joining us today on PNW Today. I'm John Swartz. Have a great day. Thanks for joining us.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.